All right, hi chat room. We're just getting our shit back together. I've unmuted now. I think we're good. Excellent connection. All right, sorry, the stream crapped out for some reason. Carla, I don't know what happened. So, think you guys should be live. Let me know. Show me some signs of life, please. Hello, hello.
All right.
Hello, hello.
Oh,
We're here.
thanks to you guys for doing that. I meant chat room.
Oh,
But yeah. All right, Freak Elite. Yeah, kind of annoying is going to split it into two things. Cornine says hi. Freak Elite says hey. All right. Excellent. Well, I think we're back. So I'm just going to go to over some of these transitions I'm using are kind of like, I guess, a lot for Streamlabs. I think it's been killing my shit, but we're still good. All right. So we're back. Hello, everyone. And from when we left, you were walking down. Let me see here. You were walking.
we turn
down,
on Dancer's Way.
Yeah, you're walking down Dancer's Way towards the Starshine Bubblery, and Dasmer. Still have to get used to calling you names. Is it Dash or Das for short?
It would be Das,
Dath?
but you could
Okay,
Das, like it's DAS. Daz, you could say that how you want. DAS.
But I would say Dathmer.
Or Dasmer.
Or
Dasmer.
But
Dasmer.
I'm good with Dathmer if it's Dathmer.
Well, there's no TH, so it's not Dathmer.
But you know, it's like Old English, so it could just be.
Dasmer.
It could be letters
Call me
say one
whatever you
thing,
want.
pronunciation is something else. But okay. All right, just gotta pour myself a coffee here.
I like you sticking with Crofton's Tiltron.
Oh, is it Tilton?
It's tilted.
It's Triltron.
Did I? Is
Don't
his name
forget it.
spelled wrong on the stream?
No, it was spelled Tilton, I think.
All right, I
somewhere.
think I copy pasted, so it should be fine. All right. Anyway, so you just made a flower bloom in the window, said how beautiful life
Lovely.
is all around, and as you say, like the words "how beautiful life is," a patron bursts from the front door of the Starshine Bubblery, and he sort of wipes his. And he spits out a large loogie that's like green and shiny, and it splats against the house across the street from the Starshine. And he goes, "I've seen a lot in my lifetime." And he starts stumbling down the road towards you. "But I've never seen someone as fine as you."
I stop. I look. I sort of lean over to Flea and I say, "Are such things very common in the city?" And I kind of look towards the guy.
I mean, you do have a short memory because yes, they are very common. How's it going, Gringo? I say to the man stumbling down the street.
He stops his singing and looks at it, and he's like, "What's that?"
Gringo, it's me, Flea. How you doing, buddy? You need to get home to Roseanne, okay?
He mutters. He looks at you.
All right, great chat. Okay, Dash. Let's keep on going. Gringo here is gonna find
As you
his
keep
way
on
home.
going, he says, "You want to feckin' go?"
No, I don't. Me and my completely human friend here are going to go down the street and get a drink to celebrate, just like yourself. Why don't you
right.
get home to Roseanne?
"You don't want to have no teeth soup today, boy. Feck off!" And he continues stumbling down the road.
Okay, well, yes. Welcome back to Grinner's Row, Dash. It is got all different types of color. You've got your nature, you've got your humans, you've got your dirts, you've got your shit. It's pretty much a melange.
I can see that. It's very intriguing and much different than the countryside.
Well, never having been outside of the row myself, I'll have to take your word for it. Now, let's get in there and solve whatever this pest problem is.
All right, and as you approach the front of the Starshine Bubblery, you hear like glass breaking, and then the faint laughter of a woman going,
Huh. Sounds like a party. I peek into the door before, like I'm approaching the door, but I try to peek into the room before walking in.
Okay, so you open the door. Like you have to open the
Okay.
door to peek in, right? You're not you're
Yeah,
peeking in via the door. You don't want to be noticed. Is that the
that's
deal?
correct.
Make a
I want to see what's in there before they see me.
stealth check, please.
All right. 17 plus 5.
Very good. You crack open the door a little bit, and it's the front door of Starshine Bubblery, a business where patrons are welcome in. So as you peek through the front door, you open up to wood-paneled room, and you see a large minotaur standing at a concierge desk. He's wearing sort of a rather ornate jerkin under his big muscular bull frame, and his horned head is looking down on parchment with a plume, with a quill, I should say, making marks on paper. Um, the Minotaur has a monocle on one eye.
Cultured.
Do I have any sense of where the laughing came from the peak?
Somewhere on the second or third floor. The house itself, the business itself, is a 3-story building on the corner, so it stands out amongst a lot of the other buildings. Also quite wide and large, so definitely an establishment you've seen, as it's quite literally on the back house. But I don't know if you've ever been in such a place as a Bubblery before.
Do I have knowledge of this establishment on Grinner's Row? It feels like I would know a lot.
Yeah, you've been teased a lot that it's a business of ill repute where patrons go to have their carnal desires fulfilled.
Okay. Dash, don't tell anyone, but this is my first time in here, okay? But still, let me do the talking.
Very good. What type of establishment is this, do you think?
I think that we're gonna find out together. And then I open the door and greet the Minotaur. Is there a way for me, because I feel like for characters in Grinner's Row, I know a lot of them. I must know a lot of them. Like if a Minotaur lives on Grinner's Row, feels like that I would have some sense of the character's name. Do I know this character's name?
No.
Okay,
But you've definitely seen the Minotaur around, and
Right.
he's known as the Minotaur. When people say, "Did you see the Minotaur?" There's not many within the walls of Red Skull. He might be the only one, in fact, that you've heard talk of. So people just call him the Minotaur, but you've never personally interacted with the Minotaur.
right. Okay. So I walk up to the desk and say, "Hello, my good man and or woman."
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Starshine Bubblery. New patrons have arrived. Please come in, make yourselves comfortable.
Thank you for that kind offer, but we are actually here on business. I would like to introduce myself. I am Tilton Flea Fowler, Terror Fowler's best and brightest son, and I'm here to assist you with a pest problem that you noted.
The hurdling of the Fowler family.
That must mean the best, I'm assuming. With me is my colleague and professional pest remover, Dash.
Hello, sir. When you say pest, what kind of thing do you speak of? All things have their place.
You are here to help us with the pest problem?
Yes, we absolutely are.
My apologies, sir. I thought you were here to patron and sample from our fine delectables.
No, not at all. So if you just pay me in advance, as we discussed, we will get to solving your pest problem.
Little Fowler, there will be no payment in advance. This is not how business is conducted in the row.
Well, Terror insisted that we get paid in advance. He said it was, what did he say, Dad? two gold each. So four gold to remove this pest.
I say, I think it was 2 gold.
Thank you, Dash, for that well-remembered fact.
All right. Well, I was about to let you roll, but now you roll with disadvantage. So go ahead and roll a deception roll with disadvantage.
Okay, so I click the dis here.
Yeah.
Wait, why isn't it?
You just
why
rolled
isn't it
2
highlighted?
dice.
Oh, I just wrote. Wait, dis.
2, you roll 2 20s, and then you take the lower.
Oh, right.
Is that it?
Yeah, basically. Oh, it's a 1.
I'm an
1
honest
is your-
person.
The 5 wasn't doing me any favors.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, what do you add as a modifier to your 1?
I add for is this this is deception
Deception.
plus 4.
I did not know the Shadowfoot were so greedy. We agreed upon 2 gold for the performance of this duty, and yet here you are, the offspring, representative of the Fowler family, asking for more gold for what is already a fairly menial task, if I might say.
Well,
Something I could handle myself, if not for not wanting to dirty my coat.
Well, I just want you to know that the Fowlers didn't reach where they were by not pushing their luck sometimes. I do beg your forgiveness, and we'll get right to it. Once you've paid us in advance, we will take care of those pests.
I will show you, if you wish to perform the task, where it needs to be done, and then...
All right,
I
let's
will
go see the
receive
task.
payment.
Let's do it. This is not working out for me, Dad.
Very well, follow me. And he closes up his book, and he opens up a door towards the back of this foyer room, and it opens up into a hallway, and his large frame is like chafing the sides of the walls because he's so big in this building. You can barely see past him, and he begins walking down a hallway.
All right. I follow.
We follow along, yeah.
Okay, and as you follow along, you see there's some side rooms, and in one of the side rooms, a woman dressed up in the kinds of clothing you might associate with someone in a place such as a bubblery, leans into the doorway, the frame of the doorway, and then looks at you, Flea, and says, a strapping young lad. Fancy a tumble for a tenner?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Here on business, but you seem like a fine, upstanding young girl, and I can guarantee you that I will be back.
Oh, don't make me wait long. Perhaps I'll tumble with your friend here. And she looks at Dashmer. Why am I having a hard time with
It's not that
hard. Looks at Dasmer and, lets out a little, wave to you.
And I cock my head and I say, well, don't tumble too hard. You may hurt yourself.
Does Dash, the ears, is it visible that the
They're
Dash
visible.
I'm
going to say they're visible.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And, as you say that to her, you look in and you see there's a flower in the flower you bloomed in the bedroom behind her.
Okay, then I stop in my tracks and stare at the flower. And I say, did you plant this flower? And I point at it awkwardly.
She's like, oh, yes, dearie. It adds a bit of color and liveliness to the place. Would you like to come in and have a look?
Dearie, like how she became like a grandma.
Well, she's kind of on in years for sure.
I'm pulling on Dash's sleeve and I'm like, hey, are we going here? We got a job.
I say, it is truly beautiful to see a flower in such a place as this, but we are busy at the moment.
Well, don't leave me waiting long, boys.
Yeah, we keep following the...
And as
you
follow the Minotaur as his frame opens, and he takes out a keychain, opens up unlocks a door, clink, clink, and opens a door and walks in, and then stands to the side and waves, with great showmanship for you to enter into the next room.
What's the room like? Is it dark? Is it lit?
The room is it looks like a pantry or some sort of place of preparation for food and drinks, but not like a proper kitchen.
Okay. Well,
all right. So you
go in the room.
follow along and enter, and then as you enter, he closes the door behind you. Doesn't lock it, in case you're wondering. Just closes the door, and then proceeds to a trap door in the floor. Opens it up, and as he opens it up, there's sort of a puff of like dust, and he's like, "I do apologize. Running a bubblery is a big task for such a small staff as what we have. The basement is in a state of disrepair. But please try not to harm yourselves while you conduct the cleansing of the foul beasts that have accumulated below. Once you've exterminated those beasts, I'm sure to go down there and reorganize and tidy."
Question. What type of beasts are we talking about here?
Filthy rats. Disgusting rats. There's a coven of rats down below. Please eliminate them. As I say, I do not wish to dirty my coat. I require it for my profession.
I'm going to interject and say, rats are not filthy, good sir. All things have their place. They live only as they are meant to live.
Their place is not in the basement of a bubblery.
I would wholeheartedly disagree. I've noticed since I've been in this place that rats seem to haunt all corners of this place.
The rats are free to make homes wherever else they wish, but not upon the property which is mine and
so you would like the
shareholders.
The rats led somewhere else. And I kind of like nod at him.
I don't have a preference. I simply wish for the basement to be free of rats. If you have some other solution in mind, I am open to it. But for the most part, a rat catcher catches rats by killing them.
Well, this was fun. Let's go. Come on, Dash. Down into the unknown, and let's talk to your rat friends, and maybe you can do your nature magic.
All right, we go.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we'll refer to the Foundry for a second, I'm going to enter into a new map. Let me just get a. Let me view the scene. All right, now I didn't update your tokens. Sorry, it's going to be your faces. Oopsies. I need to update them with something you draw or some art you select. So that's why it's episode 0. We're working on stuff. Let me activate this. Now you should be seeing a screen of black.
Yeah, totally black.
And around you. So as you descend into the basement, you have no light, and it's pitch black down there. So you'll need some sort of light.
But don't I have like dark vision? Let me check.
You do have dark vision, so let's establish that on your token so that I can put that into your token. So let's do that here. Dark vision, do you know what the range of your dark vision is?
Dark vision, you can see in darkness shades of gray up to 60 feet.
Vision range 60 feet. All right, I'm going to update your token, so you should be able to see. It's going to show things in black and white. That's how it's like a cat, right? So you can actually see now in black and white somewhat, right?
Yeah.
And
I can't see anything.
Yeah, so you're going to need a light. You can't see shit.
I can't see anything. Let me see what I got in my backpack. Hang on a second. Thieves' tools. No. Poisoner's kit. No, maybe poison a rat. Dice set. No, don't think so. Let me see. What do I got? Crossbow. No. So
no torch.
Dash, I kind of got a problem here. I can't see, and I got no torch.
I'm sorry. I could see down here. I'm able to see in the dark, but I do have a torch, I believe. Let me just check.
Oh, perfect. Can I borrow it?
Um, torch. Yeah, I do have a torch.
Oh, I think something moved over there.
Okay, so I take out my torch, and I also have a tinder box. But I don't know, Bo, correct me if I'm wrong. I think my my druid craft. Let me see. It allows me to. You instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or you can instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or a small campfire. So use my druid craft to light the torch.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost you anything, no rolls or anything. It's just some. You can add some flair to it if you like. Maybe you do a circle, maybe you sing a hymn. Like I don't know what. Maybe it's just a huzzah.
I just kind of like wave my hand around the top of the torch and kind of look weirdly because I'm a weird bumpkin who spends 17 years in the woods. I look at Flea as I do it, and then a flame appears on my torch.
Okay, so and who's gonna be holding the torch?
I'm holding the torch. It's my torch.
Okay, sorry, I just found that really funny. It's my torch. I need to update your light. Then you have a torch. Torch is 40 feet of dim, and 20 feet of bright. So now on your sheet, you should see the you should see things becoming illuminated.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Yeah. All right. Perfect.
Are there wall? It looks like there's wall sconces. Are those actual things or just generic?
Yeah. As you look in, there are sconces along the walls that could be lit potentially.
Okay. Then I think I would walk towards them and light the sconces.
Okay. You want to? So I can't actually light them on the map.
Okay, fine, whatever. We'll just say I do that.
Yeah. Well,
so
let's just say this:
you
go to light the sconces, and you find that there's no candles in them. This place has been not looked after for a long time, so they won't illuminate.
As my eyes get used to the darkness, I say, "Oh, thanks, Dash. We're a good team."
Scanning around, I say I don't see any rats.
Oh, actually, sorry guys, I'm still learning. I think I can actually make a light source on this plane.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hang on. Create, click and drag. It says. Okay.
It's a great little platform you're using.
Let me just. Do you see extra light there by chance?
I mean, I don't know. I'm still holding the torch. I feel like I'd have to.
Yeah,
snuff
it's
out
probably
my torch.
like not doing much, but there is a light source. I think that is working.
So, okay, if there's a light source, then I would use my druid craft again to snuff out my torch because I feel like why would I burn it if we've got wall sconces?
Okay.
Should we do that to see if it works?
Now I got to turn off your light torch. Yeah.
I know.
Basic configuration 0, 0.
Oh, it just makes a tiny little light.
Well, I might have to adjust it. So hang on. Yeah, that's why we were testing this out because I'm like,
Yeah.
Hang on. How about?
What do you see,
this?
Crofton, right now? Oh yeah, there you go. That's
better.
I see the same as you. It's like kind of like a half light to the room. It's very cool.
I also see gray though, because I see the shadow. I can see in the shadows.
All
right. Oh, I don't see that. Yeah.
All right, so you light 2 sconces up in the room, and
yeah.
So,
Good.
So, do we see any rats?
I put my torch away.
Well, it's as he lights up the sconces and looks around, you don't hear or see any rats for the moment, but you do hear a little skittering. Let's do a perception rolls. How about that? Sorry.
All right,
I'm rolling. It's a perception roll.
Yeah. Okay, so we're rolling 20s here.
Yeah, D20 and add your perception rolls to the list. There's also 2 doors, by the way, one to the south and one to the east.
I'll roll. Oh no, Mike's.
Oh, 20.
What's the roll with your perception?
Sorry, just perception is +5.
Okay, you guys are some perceiving bastards. And Crofton, what are you? Or Tilton, Flea?
Yeah,
Iltron.
You can call me Flea. I rolled either a 6 or a 9. A 9.
It was a 9, I think.
Plus, hang on, perception is +5, so 14.
Okay, so Dasmer, you still yourself, as you might in the forest when you're scanning the horizon for predators and fauna that you can make prey for yourself in the wilds potentially, and you hear a little skittering in the walls, like a little pitter patter of feet. It's little, but fairly loud for the kind of beast that you're potentially hunting.
I do hear some creatures in the walls, Flea. They sound like these could be the rats we're seeking. Can I walk over to the wall and did I hear it?
Yeah.
I don't know how I move my.
Do you don't have control over your token?
I don't know. Okay, let me.
You might
Go
not.
over.
I might have to give it to you. No,
Yeah.
seems to work. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so I go to the wall. I'm gonna put my ear against the wall.
Yeah. Well, you've
I
already.
gotta.
Okay, so as you put your ear against the wall, you hear the movement sort of fade out and leave this area. It's aware that there's movement in this room and seems to leave the vicinity of the walls of this room.
Okay, I'm gonna cut my loaf of bread in two, and I'm going to use my poisoner's kit on one half of my loaf of bread.
Okay.
And am I aware of this? Do I see it or no?
Well, you're walking around the walls. I'm
Yeah.
still
I
on
see
this.
my wooden.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
I just want to be clear.
he didn't do it quietly, so yes, you're aware of this.
I wear it and I look at Flea and say, Flea, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna feed the local wildlife, Das.
There is no need to poison what could just be simple creatures. We could lead them away from here in safety.
So, how do you propose to do that? I'm continuing putting poison on the bread while talking.
Well, we must find our animal friends and see that if we can speak with them.
Oh, are you going to play a pipe and just lead them dancing through the streets? Maybe take them all the way back to the forest. I say as I put a little bit more poison on the bread.
Now, notably, the poison is translucent, so it's hard. You won't be able to tell which is the poison bread and the not poison bread unless you.
This could be interesting.
All right. Well, so what are you? I just told you I was sort of mocking you being the Pied Piper of the rats. What is your response to that?
Oh, just say, well, first things first, we must find them, and they seem to have left this place.
But
I do not hear them in the walls anymore.
It's almost as if, hear me out, wherever you go, they go away from there. But what if, again, hear me out, we could lead them to somewhere such as, oh, I don't know, food that they would want to eat, and then boom, boom, ba, problem solved. I have in my hand, and I hold up half of a loaf of bread, and I know that rats love bread. I just leave it here. We go back upstairs. We wait a few minutes. We come back down. Bada boom, bada bing. No more rats.
I shake my head when I look at this and I say, this does not seem right to kill these creatures for simply trying to exist. I'm going to walk across the room to where I think the rats might be if they've left where I heard them.
Yeah, they've moved away from this vicinity. There's doors to the south and the east. You might need to explore
There's
further.
2 doors. Okay. I only see the one door here. Then...
Well, yeah,
you said to the west.
Don't get too fixated on the map. The map is just a reference
Yeah,
for
yeah.
battles and stuff.
So I'm gonna
Talk
go
to me,
to
ask me.
the nearest door that I.
Okay, well, the nearest
If
door
I-
is the
if I-
one to the east.
Okay, fine. So I walk to the east door
Okay.
and I open it.
You just go ahead and open it. All right. Move your token. I've opened the door.
Okay.
And you peer into the room. It's bathed in darkness, as you don't have your torch lit anymore. So
No, but I can see it because of my dark
But
vision.
you look with your dark vision and you see, it's a basement full of unused pieces of furniture, rugs, pottery, lots of boxes and storage crates. Nothing in particular that jumps out and catches your eye in terms of, unusual items for a cellar. But yes, you don't visually see any of the prey you're looking for.
Of a rat. I think
So-
I see I think I see a wall sconce with my dark vision, and then I would use my druid craft to light it.
So while he's doing that, I would walk down the stairs and go behind him, and I would throw what I think is the poisoned half of the loaf into the middle of the room.
Okay, you're gonna throw the loaf. So you chuck the loaf.
So I'm going to go behind here. I'll move my guy. I'm going to go behind him
Yeah.
and throw a poisoned loaf into the onto the ground of the room next door.
Okay.
So I got to toss it over his shoulder while he's going to light the sconce or something.
Well, I use a magic to light the sconce.
And as I do it, I say "Bon appetit."
All right, you fire off the loaf into the darkness. It hits the ground and tuk 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 bounces a couple times and lands on the ground.
All right, job done. Let's go get our gold.
I shake my head and I'm gonna walk into the room.
I'm exasperated, but then I follow you in. What are we still doing here?
Simply throwing rotten, poisoned bread into a room is not removing the creatures that are in here.
Look, it takes a little time for these things to work themselves out. We're good. Don't worry about it. Let's go upstairs. I think that girl had eyes for you. You can go hang out with that plant and the girl. It'd be pretty good. And then by the time you're done doing your thing, I mean, no more ratsies.
I'm gonna keep walking further into the room because I can see. I know the wall sconce only lights the front, but
Mm-hmm.
I keep following him while talking.
Okay, so you keep following him while you're talking, and just your voice echoes out. Is there 2 tokens of you on here? Or is that my imagination?
there was for a second, and now one of them is because right now I
only
don't
see
see
one.
I don't see the gray. Yeah, right now I only see one.
Okay, then sorry, it's a me problem. I'm figuring out the nuances
It's
of this thing. Okay, yeah. So you walk into the darkness as Flea talks to you, saying job's done and all that kind of stuff. You don't really hear the pitter pattering still in this sort of area of the room, but you do see a door just past that big barrel on your right.
Okay.
You do see another door leading out down south.
Okay, so I go to the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen up. I'm gonna put my ear to the door.
Perception roll, please.
Perception roll. 20. Roll. 4 plus 5, so 9.
It was 9. All right, so you can faintly still make out the pitter pattering and little squeaks of a rat, and still, based on the sounds it's making, the cellar isn't that big. It's fairly loud. You estimate its size to be a little larger than what you might even usually find out in the woods, which is surprising considering the rats out in the forest are quite large.
Yeah. So then, after hearing that, I'll say to Flea, I believe there is a very large rat on the other side of this door, or something large.
Really? I'm shocked. A rat down here? I would never have thought. Well, you know what? Let's just feed him some of this bread I just found. And we can, maybe we can be friends. Or maybe we just stab him once, call it a day, collect our gold, and get out of here. I wake up this morning. I'm supposed to clean slop. Now I'm down in a basement hunting rats. Ugh.
Well, perhaps let's go in through the door and see if we can find this rat.
I can't see anything. It's too dark over there.
Is there another wall sconce? I can't tell really what's a wall sconce. If there's
You look
another.
around, you see there's a few more wall sconces. You can light a
Okay,
few
then
more
I
if you
will
like.
use my druid craft to light other wall sconces for my useless friend.
Wow, you can turn lights on.
All right, so you
That's great.
turn on a few more wall sconces and illuminate the room a little better for your useless friend, as you put it.
Love this druid craft. So versatile.
No wonder Dad paired me with you. There's nothing to do except kill
Are you
rats.
coming to the door, or are you just
All
gonna
right.
stand there?
Fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna
It's a funny.
How do I
I'm gonna
scroll the
open the
map?
door. You hold the right button and then move it.
Oh, I gotta zoom out. Okay, yeah. All right.
All right, so I'm gonna open the door, or try it, see if it's open.
All right, you go to try the door, and the door will open as you slowly move it ajar. Do you do anything, or you just open it the whole way and walk through?
I open it. I mean, maybe I'll stand a bit to the side. If that's a thing you can do.
I thought you were one with nature.
All right.
Well,
You
these
open
are
the door a
large.
little bit and take a look out. The light from the sconce that you illuminated spills out into the hallway, but you still, without going into the hallway, it's hard to see.
Okay, then I go into the hallway.
All right, move your token down one.
Oh, my dark vision's not working.
Yeah, interesting. Why is that happening? Your dark vision should be on.
Connor always said, go into the bubblery. It's a good time when you're old enough. Blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, I'm
All right, there
looking
you go.
at the
Your dark vision
basement.
works, and as you look down the
Oh.
hallway, where the lights don't, there's no illumination down there, so you see a rather large furry ball sort of milling about in the middle of the hallway. It make a. I'm assuming at this point you stop. It hasn't
Okay.
noticed you at this point, but with any more noise, it might notice you, and Flea is kind of blah-blahing as you walk through the door. So
I walk into the room behind.
he's in your way.
uh,
You can't just walk through.
I walk into his back because he stopped all of a sudden.
Okay,
Okay,
you walk
and then
into his
it's-
back and make a loud noise, and the creature that you see in the darkened hallway skitters off quickly. Looks at you, and his eyes are filled with anger and malice, and it runs and it finds a little hole and disappears from view.
Oh.
Why did
turn
you
back to Flea.
stop?
Like, Flea, you startled the rat. It's run away again.
You blocked the door. We were having a conversation.
And then I say to him, because I've noted, I guess you've said they had malice in his eyes. I say, I'm not sure we'll be able to befriend this creature.
Oh, really? What was the telltale sign?
Malice. It was malice in his eyes. And then I walk down the hallway.
All right, so
Or
walks into the darkness, leaving you alone in the light.
Okay, well,
Great to be able to see.
do you need my help on this?
Yes, you should follow me. Oh, I guess I should. Oh, then I guess I stop and think about this, and then
It's very dark.
I take my torch out and light it, and I walk back and hand it to Flea. I say, "You'd better hold on to this, but remember, this belongs to me, and I do find it of use from time to time."
All right, make sure to remove your torch from your inventory. You can add one to yours, my friend.
Okay. And I received the torch while saying, we really make a good team. Let's see. How do I add it to my character sheet here?
Okay. How do I
Yeah, so this is good practice for using your Roll20. Go to inventory, go to manage inventory, write the name you want to add in the search bar. So torch.
Wait, where's inventory here? Short rest, long rest.
Bottom
defense
right,
conditions?
where you have your actions, inventory, features, traits, description, notes,
Oh, yeah.
extras.
Got it.
Inventory, manage inventory, the button.
Yep.
Type in torch,
Yep.
click the add button.
I could just add anything.
Yeah, but don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the honor system.
It'll just be me and Mike playing.
Add to equipment. Add to backpack. Add to equipment.
Yeah,
Right?
I'd add it to your equipment, but whatever.
Now I had for some reason I had 10 torches, so I've reduced it to
10 torches. Yeah, just
It's
reduce the number.
so I've
by
reduced it to
1.
9.
Yeah, reduce it to 9, please.
I'm well equipped for travel.
Okay. Perfect. So you take out
okay.
a torch and hand it to him. Tell him to be extra careful with it, even though you have 9 other torches, and it's probably fine if he breaks it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know I had 9. But here we go. Okay, so keep walking. We'll keep walking down the hallway.
And you keep walking down the hallway, and as you walk down the hallway, the skittering and sort of scurrying increases, and you get the sense immediately that whatever den the rats have made, you're closing in on because there's anxiety in the air.
Who designed this basement?
I did.
Anxiety?
Not you. I mean, the proprietor of the bubble read.
Yeah.
A
Is
lot
this
of
a door here?
I can answer that question. A lot of the buildings in Grinner's Row started off with one purpose and were sort of built on with different purposes. So the architecture is very functional and haphazard, and almost like the buildings evolve with the times. So yeah, it's a little weird.
Okay. So then there's looks like a door here.
Yeah, there's another door.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door.
I think I should go back and get my poison bread.
All right, you open the door, and
Whoa!
immediately in front of you, there's a large fur ball, a
See
furry creature that looks and scowls at you and is shocked. You have a moment in which to decide what to do now.
Okay. I would like to bend down. I mean, I looking at the animal handling, I'm not sure that it applies to rats, but I
Right.
kind of want to see if I can, you know, I
So
don't
just
know.
for some perspective, because this is important, when I say large like fur ball, I'm saying like
Like it's huge.
he's about the size of a cat in front of
Okay,
you. Like
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a giant, like a
It's not
big
my-
old rat with big old
Big-
teeth, and his eyes just look hostile as if
Okay,
you've encroached
so
on
it
his
stands by
territory.
what you said earlier. It looked like a malice, and I had said that
Yeah.
it didn't look like we were going to tame it. Okay, so the rat is directly in front of me. I'm going to because it's right in front.
Now,
I'm
if it's
gonna-
combat, tell me, and we'll roll initiative.
Uh,
If you're gonna assault it in any way.
Well, what else could we do? Let me see. Hold on. Do I have a? Would be. You said I only have a moment to decide this kind of stuff.
Yeah. So there's no like I take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
to
I
do
can't. I
this thing.
can't. I can't look in my backpack and whatever. So.
Your options are kind of
okay.
like fight, just let it go and see what happens. I don't. It's, pretty much.
Yeah, I
Pet it,
think I
whatever
would
you can
let
do
it.
the instant catch it, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I reach down and try to grab it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so we're gonna do a grappling contest. The grappling contest is you have to use your strength,
Okay.
and your strength modifier, which is +2.
Okay.
Let me double check the grappling rules. It's been a little while. All right, chat room, we're looking up our first rule, which is one I always look up a lot because grappling's kind of
Grappling.
Grappling with a rat.
Well, I'll try to see if I can take it alive.
Yeah, no, you got to do
That's
it
how it works.
for sure.
Grapple.
That's how it goes. Got to grapple with them rats.
It's a great word too. Grapple.
Grapple.
All right. When you want to grab a creature or wrestle with it, use the attack action to make a special melee attack, a grapple. Okay, so we are entering into combat, by the way. The target of your grapple must be no more than one size large. Blah, 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 blah. You try to seize the target by making a grapple check instead of attack roll. Strength check contested by the target's strength or dexterity. Okay, so why don't you roll your strength check, add your strength modifier.
So when you do a strength, is it still a? It's
a D20, and your strength is 14, which gives you a +2 modifier.
+2.
So
Yeah, okay, so roll
D20 +2.
All right.
Yeah.
D20.
And
12 +2, 14.
Yeah, and I'm going to roll Dex plus the Dex modifier. All right, so I rolled a 12, and your total was a 15 or 14, right?
14, yeah.
So you win the contest.
Yes.
And you grapple the rat. So it's the size of a cat, so you got to sort of hold it like a cat.
It's a cat. I'm holding. Yeah.
Like two hands. So do you pick it up?
Congratulations.
Do you pick it up under its belly, or do you grab
I
it
kind of
overhand?
like I put like one hand kind of like under its neck,
Yeah.
and then the other hand kind of like under its belly, and I pick it up and kind of like hold it like a football like that. So I've got it under the neck, and I'm pressing it against my body,
right.
and I say, "Flee! I've got him!"
Okay, and for everyone else, we need to roll initiative.
All right.
So roll, and you should have an initiative modifier in your character sheet that you can refer to.
So everyone rolls initiative.
Everyone rolls.
D20.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got a 19 plus. Hang on, I'm in my inventory. I gotta go back to my character sheet. How do I get abilities? Blah blah blah.
Just initiative has its own box. next
Yeah,
to armor class.
I know, but I had to go back to it. +3, so 22.
All right, and then I do 13 plus 2, so it's 15.
So sorry, say again.
15. I rolled a 15.
15 for Dasmer.
Yeah. 22 for
22 for
Tilton.
Lee. Okay, and the rats will go after.
Rats plural.
Well, you haven't seen. Sorry, I'm talking.
Oh yeah,
about
you haven't
Dasmer.
seen. I see at least 2 more in the room.
Okay. I'm just gonna mark this as 12. All right, so Dasper, you've already had your turn, so you're not gonna be able to go this round. Flea, you're up.
So is Dasper blocking the door?
It looks like it.
yeah.
Yeah.
from where? Is Dasper holding the rat in his
He's
hands?
grappling.
If so-
He's grappling the rat. There's some rules when it's grappled that makes movement harder. So
Here, let me tell you what I want to do, and you tell me if it's feasible or not.
sure.
I have throwing daggers in my hands, and if he's holding up the rat, saying, "Hey, flee,"
I'm holding it against my body. I already said
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
holding it.
I
It's like
I understand.
okay.
I understand that part. Can I want to throw a dagger so that it kills the rat in
So
his hand?
Look how close we are. You're like
you
directly
can't
next.
do a ranged attack within 5 feet without being
Okay,
disadvantaged.
so then
So you'd be better off doing a melee attack. You can melee
yeah.
the rat that he has. You can reach that. You just can't move through.
All right. Okay, so I am going to then I won't use my throwing dagger that I thought was going to be so wicked. Instead, I will go with my regular short. Is it a short sword that I have here? Let me just check.
Your equipment
Short.
is in your inventory.
Yeah, short sword. So I'll
So
draw.
you have to draw out something, which we allow you to draw out a item for free. But if you want to draw out more than one, it's going to cost you an action.
Okay, I'm not. I'm just drawing out the short sword.
Okay.
I'm looking to dexterously stab the rat that Dasmer is holding
Not sure I like this.
without injuring Dasmer.
Yeah, you won't injure Dasmer. All right, make your attack roll. I believe your attack roll is hang on, did you equip you're using a dagger or a short sword?
I was going to use my short sword.
All right, so make sure to equip it in your actions in your inventory, and then it'll tell you what your role is in the actions.
Okay,
tab.
so I go to.
I've done it for
inventory.
you this time. You can just refresh your page.
Okay.
Sorry, I got ahead of you. But yes, there's like an equip like box that you can fill, and when you fill it, then you go back to actions, and it just tells you what your modifier is. So your short sword is +5, so that's your dexterity plus your proficiency since you're trained in short swords.
It says I'm an unarmed strike here. It doesn't say.
Refresh your page.
Okay.
Just hit the refresh button.
It's loading. Okay, let's just see. Back to my actions. Okay, short sword. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
All right, and if you hit, it shows you the damage. It's 1d6 + 3.
So, but I roll a d20
You
for
gotta roll
strike.
a d20 first to see if you hit.
Okay, d20.
2.
2
So I roll
plus 5 is 7. Yeah.
So I roll a 7 on the.
You roll a 7,
rat.
so you thrust your sword out and it just hits air as Flea looks on, or not Flea, Dasmer looks on in horror.
So I missed.
Yeah,
I missed the.
Yep, that's
what
your
can I do
action.
What's my minor actions?
There's no minor.
You
That's
can
4th edition. You get a bonus action, and you only use a bonus action if you have something that says as a bonus action. So mostly you won't have anything at level 1.
Okay. All right. Well, turn.
I don't think so, unless I'm mistaken. I don't want to screw up your character or anything, but I don't think you're gonna have too
But
much.
like all that stuff in Baldur's Gate, like push and pull, or like dip your weapon in something or whatever.
You can do all those things. They take actions.
They're not bonus actions.
There's no dip your weapon as a bonus action, but like you will have bonus actions that you can use. I think your sneak attack is you can deal extra damage. You don't need advantage. Oh, it doesn't.
Once per turn, you can deal an extra D6 to a creature with an
as long as you have advantage. It doesn't even use a bonus action. That's good. But
is a short sword a finesse weapon?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Finesse means you can wield it using strength or dex.
Okay. You don't.
I believe.
Okay. So
I believe that's what finesse means.
All right. So I missed. That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. So now it's the giant rat's turn. So Mike, the one that in your hand looks like it struggles wildly. You have it grappled, so it can't quite attack you, but it attempts to break your grapple. So we got a contest again. It's trying to get the fuck out of your hands.
So what do I have to roll?
You have to roll a strength check to continue.
Okay, so it's 20 again.
Yep.
All right. 15 plus 2.
Okay,
17.
You win. I rolled 9 total, and the rat stays in your hand as he attempts to break free. Now the rat farther down in the back begins to scurry. Now, let me just check his movement speed here. 30 feet. All right, so he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He begins to running, like skittering across the room towards the other side. And then the third rat that you see skitters underneath this tub filled with water and into a hole in the wall and disappears from view. All right. It is now Flea's turn.
So Dasmer's still in my way. I can't get in the room. I can't see anything, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that...
Now, unlike Baldur's Gate 3, you can ready actions in this game. So if you, instead of using your action, you can use your action to ready. If this happens, then I do this.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Perfect. Okay. So I say to Dasmer, I'm like, can you go get those rats? And then I ready my weapon for if for some reason a rat would run in front of me, I would take an opportunity or a shot at the rat.
Okay.
Like just with the short sword. Very simple.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, you're up now, Dasmer.
Okay, so having sensed the struggle that the rat put up, that it really does not want to be held, I'm going to throw it across the room.
Okay. All right, make a strength check, please.
Strength check again. I feel like I run out of... All right, D20. 13 plus 2, so 15.
15. All right, and where are you throwing it precisely? Can you put your mouse there?
Maybe I'm gonna can I throw it at the other rat? I see. You can see
you
that
sure
other
can.
Rat. Okay,
Check
throwing
that
it
rat.
at the other rat.
Rat on rat violence.
All right, you throw it at the other rat, dealing unarmed damage to it. Let me see here. Now that, so this throwing things is definitely a Baldur's Gate 3 thing and not something that ever happened a lot. And like one of the first attacks is like, I throw this into this other thing. And I'm like, that's because of Baldur's Gate 3.
But I mean, why
Which
wouldn't people, in D&D people must throw things?
Well, it's totally fine because it's not like if you were picking up another humanoid, you'd probably like have failed, right? But these are rats.
Well, yeah,
They're
but it's a cat size thing. I could throw a cat a long way.
I know. I'm just remarking that I'm like, oh, rules adjudication. I haven't had to really settle something like this ever.
That's impressive. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
all the there will be dungeons.
I mean, we've done throwing and stuff like that, but just in terms of throwing things into another thing, we're gonna say it's you don't have the feature for unarmed strike, so it would count not. I'm gonna just rule that it's 1d4 for now. Okay.
Wait, I do have an unarmed strike.
No, you do, but it only does 1 damage. It's for punching. Yeah, only if you're a really proficient fighter can you get more damage out of your punches, or a monk. But everyone just usually gets 1 plus their strength modifier, which you should actually have a little more, right? You get you have 3. Okay, that's what we'll do. All right, we're gonna use that unarmed strike. We're gonna count as an unarmed strike. So you throw it. What was your roll? Your roll succeeded, right? It was
a 15.
Yeah, I'm just going to compare it against the AC, and that's fine. So you throw it at this thing. So first of all, oh shit, hang on. I need because you're throwing and aiming at that thing, I need it to be your Dex mod. Which is also +2, so it's the same.
It's also +2. Yeah.
Okay. So you throw one rat at the other one, doing 4 damage or 3 damage to both rats. 3 damage each.
3 damage.
Yeah, and you throw them, and they both they both scurry like one sort. When they just pictured throwing 2 cats at each other, right? Like one would get hit and like grab the ground, and the other one sort of gets hit and bounces in the ground, and you do 3 damage to both of them. It doesn't, however, kill them, and they both, but they're both now like in fully threatened feral mode, and they turn to face you, and immediately start running towards you. They're just in fight or flight.
But is it their?
It's not their turn.
You still have movement,
turn.
right?
Yeah.
It's not their turn. I'm just describing the position that you find them in now.
Okay, so and now that we're in combat, based on this map in front of me, like how is movement limited? Like if I just drag my guy into the room,
so you can drag him like kind of anywhere, but I'm going to keep it in check. You have 30 feet of movement, and each square is 5 by 5, so that gives you 6 squares of movement.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to move away from the door and say to Flea, I think that made them angry.
You think? At least we're speaking the same language. So now at this point,
It's not your turn yet. No.
It's not my turn yet.
Yep.
No. Okay.
Anything else for your turn, Dasmer?
Well, I think that's it. There's no bonus actions, you said. So
All right.
I
So
mean,
the first rat you've thrown in a complete like feral dog move just turns around and immediately beelines back in here to assault you. But as it runs through the door, readied up Flea with his sword.
yeah, right. Got ready.
Oh yeah. So now I got to roll, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's sweet. Roll.
A 5.
Okay. So
Plus what?
Plus
Plus
what?
what? Strength?
plus
Is it
This
strength?
is his dex.
Or dex?
He's got a finesse weapon. He has his dex. It says on his sheet, literally +5.
plus 5.
So 10. Yeah, no, you sort of you stab forward and hit the foreboard of the wood as it dodges out of the way. It doesn't even dodge. You just miss it. It's still running towards.
Ah, stupid moving rats.
And it runs towards you, Dasper, and attempts to bite at you.
Attempts to bite at me. Okay.
17. What's your AC?
AC is 12.
That is, you have 12 AC. Oh Lord, you have 12. Yeah.
Is that bad?
It's not bad. It's just it's low. We'll want to figure out how to get that up at someday. You were level 1. It's fine, but you're gonna take damage. You got bit by the rat right in the shin. His big
Ouch.
mouth just latched onto your shin, and it's gonna do 1d4 plus 2 pierce. It does 4 damage to you.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it bites in, and blood begins oozing down your shin and into your boot.
Okay. How do you change? Okay, here we go. So do 4 damage.
Yeah, and that brings you from 11 to
7.
7. Yeah.
Yowza.
Don't die on your first episode.
I know.
It's a rat.
Could happen. Hey, how come this didn't work?
All right, and that brings us to the next rat. The next rat comes in. He moves in as well, and sees with blood and fury in its eyes, sees you flee and lunges for your legs. And your armor class is 13, if I'm not mistaken. I've rolled a 10.
Yes, yeah.
I've rolled a 10, and so you nimbly dodge out of the way of the bite, having seen Dasmer take one in the leg and anticipate it coming. It is now Flea's turn as the highest initiative roll.
All right. I will take again 3rd time's a charm, and I will swing my short sword at the rat that's in front of me.
All right, good luck.
Gonna roll. Come on, big money.
A
What's
6.
that?
That's a 6.
So that's what, 11?
11.
Oh.
You attempt to swing at it again, and your sword connects with the hardwood floor.
These mice, why will they not sit still?
All right. Anything else with your turn? Any movement or
if I move it, it will solicit
opportunity attacks are a thing. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then nope. I will.
You do have the option to disengage, but that takes an action, and you've already swung.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Okay. Right, Dasmer.
Okay. So the weapon I have equipped is a boomerang, which does not seem like
Well,
it
do you
will
have
work very.
Do you have a melee weapon?
I do have an almost going to take an action for me to switch to a.
No, I get you a free action to unequip one item or to equip one item.
Okay, free action because I have also a quarterstaff or a dagger.
Yeah, so just go to your inventory, click the blue box so it's equipped, and then you'll see the rolls on the action.
Okay, let's see what's better, the quarterstaff or the. I'm not sure what's better. I think the quarterstaff does more. Bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have
if
that.
you go back to actions, it should show you what the roll
Oh,
is.
it says my boomerang's also still equipped. Or do I have to
You can
unequip
equip
that?
500 items. This is just a way for you to see what the rolls are. So don't worry about being technical on that front. Okay. We'll keep track of it verbally.
Okay, so I got my quarterstaff. The thing just bit my leg. I pull my quarterstaff off my back and I just stomp it down on this rat that's on my leg.
All right, roll a d20.
So
add 4 to your roll.
Okay, let's just see if we hit, and then we do damage after that.
You got it.
D20. Roll, come on, baby. 10 plus, and what is the dexterity? That what?
It's you add your dexterity modifier, which is
So it's plus 2, so it's
and then
12.
you're also proficient with your quarterstaff, so it's +4. You get your proficiency bonus. The sheet tells you the shortcut under actions. It's +4. So
Plus
10
4.
plus
Where?
4 is
14.
Am I proficient?
14. 14.
yeah. All right. So you bring down the staff upon the back of the rat.
What?
Roll your damage dice.
Well, it did hurt me. Okay, hold on.
You're holding it with two hands, right? So you do additional damage. It's 1d8 plus 2 if you're two-handing it.
Oh, yeah, 1d8 plus 2. Yeah. Okay, so a d8.
Bludgeoning.
D8.
Yeah.
What? And I just roll it and add +2.
That's right.
Okay. 5 plus 2 is 7.
7 damage. All right. So you
Damage.
would you like to describe how you slay this creature?
So like it's on my leg, and yeah, I just aim the quarterstaff straight down, 2 hands, right in the middle of its back. Crunch.
All right. You crunch it and extinguish the life from its eye. It twitches slightly as its body goes limp. First blood goes to Dasmer, and not the guy who swung 3 times and missed.
as it dies,
you get to put any points on the damage board at all.
As it dies, I look up and say, "I guess the hugging strategy didn't work."
And then I say, "Death is not an ending, only a new beginning."
Awesome. Okay.
So yeah,
that means it's the rat's turn. The rat attacks you, Tiltrin, as you say your clever line.
Okay.
10 plus 4 is 14. I believe that's a hit.
Wait, 10 plus 4? Didn't you roll 10 last time and it was a miss?
It's 10 plus 4. My 10 was a total last time. The enemies get modifiers too. So
yeah.
10 plus 4. So 3 plus 2 is it 5 piercing damage on your leg as the rat bite. As you laugh at him, you now get your own bite on your shin.
Oh my god!
Each of you have a bleeding leg now.
So -5 to me. How do I take away my health?
I think you can just overwrite like the number there. Just where it says 11, just highlight it, like click it, and then lower the number down.
Is the rat token in front of me? Like, so does it disappear or is it just stay there?
No, its corpse. Its corpse is there. It's dead.
So like you can walk over.
I don't know how to mark it as like dead yet.
Yeah, sure.
So I've taken. How much did you say? 5?
You've taken 5 points of damage.
God. There we go. All right. Man, rat almost took away half my health in one shot. These are rats.
Me too.
The remaining rats, because there was another rat, has disappeared into the wall and doesn't have a turn now. So it is back to you, Flea.
Now's your chance.
So now I'm like, I've missed 3 times swinging at these rats, and now they bit me, and it hurt a lot. And I'm like, oh my god, this hurts so much, you son of a bitch. And then I raise my sword and I go to just slap it down on the one in front of me, because that's the one that's still alive, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So here we go with a 20-sided big money. God damn it!
That's a 9. That's a 9 plus 5 is
14.
9 plus 5 is 14. It is 14. Yeah, I don't know why my brain didn't work. Yes, it's a 14. And so finally you close your eyes.
You gotta roll your damage too.
And swing your sword, and you see it's about to strike true. Roll damage.
Okay, now there's something about damage, right? With this, like you read earlier, stealth something or something or
what? You roll 1d6 plus 3.
No. There was something else.
Just look at your weapon.
I'm just looking at. It says once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse.
You're talking about sneak attack. If you have advantage, you can use the sneak attack feature. But
I don't have advantage, right?
That's correct.
Even though Mike's on the other side, no.
Okay. He is not.
So it's 1d. So I'm rolling 1d6. You said
that's correct.
You stupid rat.
Ooh, 4 plus 3.
4 plus 1d6 plus 3. Yeah, 4 plus 3. 7 total.
Describe your slaying of the creature.
I've just become absolutely enraged by having this rat bite me that I've missed like 3 times, and I just lift my sword and I just level him, like swing it down in a big, completely unrogue-like maneuver, like not some sort of finesse stab or whatever. I slice the rat in front of me.
Okay, well, you slice the rat in 2, and you don't completely cleave it in 2 cleanly. You lift up your sword again, and it's kind of stuck into the sword, and with like a wet slop, it slides off the sword and falls with a thud to the ground.
Oh, and then I just exhale, and I'm like, oh, is that it?
With that, combat is over, but the rat.
And then I
rats are
say,
not.
because I saw the other one, I say, I believe another one escaped us.
Do you wanna go check?
Just to think about a time check. Was at 7:30? Was there?
Yes, I was going to bring that up at some point. We are 7:30. I'm good to keep going, but if you'd like to, if we're at time, then we can, always continue next time.
It seems like it'd be nice to get this last rat, killed.
I'm good for now. Like I would be.
I can go for certainly another 15 minutes, but I mean, Bo, you got a sense like.
Well, I'll find a place to wrap it up. With 15 minutes, I don't think we'll be done down here.
Done. Yeah,
but, we'll do what we can, and all right.
Okay.
All right, then I will. Well, okay, whatever. You can walk in the room, or I can, whatever.
No. So I'm just like my leg is bleeding, as is yours, but I'm a bigger wussy about it, and I'm like, you want to go in there and find that last damn rat?
And then I'm gonna say, I did get bitten. Maybe we should take a short rest to regain our strength before moving on to the last one.
Oh, all right. That sounds good to me.
10 minutes. You can regain your features that qualify for it. I don't think you guys have used any spell slots or anything.
Yeah, no, but it's only to.
But
you
can spend your hit dice to roll to heal up.
Okay.
Spend your hit dice. How does that work?
So basically, at a certain level, you get a certain amount of hit dice.
Okay.
And you can burn them to roll them and then heal up. And then when you take a long rest, you regain half your hit dice. It's a little different than Baldur's Gate 3. This is the actual rules. So
because I only did it to be like, I want to get a bit of hit points. Those things did take enough damage.
It's a good it's a good call. It's been a little while since we've done hit dice, but essentially it should be listed. Your hit dice should be listed somewhere on your sheet. I'm thinking.
Hit dice.
Okay, so I click. There's a short rest button on the top of our sheet, right? So we click short rest on that.
You can click short rest, and then
it says
rogue hit die 1d8 plus 3. You have 1 hit die, so you can roll your hit die.
So it's 1d8. I get 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah.
Automatically apply healing with dice result.
Yeah, that just means you can manually do it yourself, or you can have the software do it.
Should we do it on the?
I think you should roll. I think you should roll.
Yeah. Okay, 1d.
You should learn to play the game properly. So,
yeah. I'm gonna do a d8. Yeah, I'm gonna roll it. Wait, I couldn't see my roll. 7.
7 plus
3.
Plus 3. So you're only missing like 4 hit points. So you heal the maximum.
Okay. All right.
And you burnt your hit
1d8, baby. Heal me up. 5 plus 3. So I got
7. You heal 7, so you should be back up to maximum as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, maximum.
Took our little rest for after getting bitten by rats.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you both have no hit dice. Okay. So
no hit dice. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you take your short rest, gathering yourself, cleaning up your wound. As it turns out, the wounds weren't so bad that a little bit of salve and a bandage couldn't.
So it says the short rest goes for like an hour. During that hour, did we hear anything related to the rat that escaped or anything?
No, and a short rest isn't necessarily. That might be more the house rule that I do. A short rest is like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
You can rest. You can short rest for longer if you need to, specifically if a feature calls for it. But I'll count like a 50-minute rest for wound. You don't need to do a whole hour.
Okay.
All
right. So
calls, Bo calls
gonna-
short rest smoke breaks.
Okay,
Anyway.
I'm gonna
Right.
walk into. I would like to walk into the room that we saw the.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, the rat corpses. There seems to be another doorway past the.
Well, you look
bathtub?
at you look at the tub here, and the tub's filled with old, dirty water. Like nobody emptied it. It's just down here with water.
Nasty.
Actually, yeah, it's kind of old, dirty water. But behind it, there's no door. It's all brick wall. But the rat appears to have run through a small, well, rather large actually, but still quite small opening that you can make out behind the basin.
Behind the basin.
the tub.
Oh, okay. So I would like to. I think about the hole behind the wall. I say to. Well, I don't know if we can do it ourselves or both of us. Hey, let's tip over this water and let it flood through the hole behind. So we tip over the basin into the hole.
You want to drown the rat? That's what I say.
I say, do you have a better idea on how to get him?
I mean, I could get my poison bread. We could kind of shove it in there. But let's drown him. I'm not particular on the ways of executing this rat. I just want him gone.
Since they're not likely to follow us out of here willingly, I see no other option. So
All
I
right.
guess we're going to have to do like a check to tip this thing over.
Yep.
You want to do it together? Like 1, 2, 3 on 3? Or 1, 2, 3 and then go?
On go, the second.
Wait, on go 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3 go?
1, 2, 3, go.
All right,
Okay.
Roll strength checks, please. Athletics.
20.
Roll your
Athletics.
d20 and add athletics.
Okay, rolled in 6.
Both of you.
Yeah, just wait. I waited for his to go first.
That was 6. 14, good. Where's my athletics? Athletics is +4, so I still get a 10.
So I gotta go back to my character.
Sorry, what you get a 10, so Dasmer gets a 10 and Tilt.
I have a +0. I get a 14. 14 total.
Okay. The tub is heavy, but not beyond your capability. As you begin tipping it over, it is awkward and spills out water just on the ground. You can't really funnel it into the hole, so you tip over the tub, eventually letting the water out. The water runs in every direction and not just in the hole, as it splashes out everywhere diffusely. Your general sense is that this probably wasn't super effective, and now the ground is covered in water.
Right.
First bath water, then a dirty cloth in the face, pig slop, a naked wizard. This is not my day, Das. This is not my day. Let's just kill this rat.
But we have reunited after 17 years, so this is good.
You were always a glass half full type of guy. I love that about you, but I just want to murder that rat. So I hold the torch that's down to the hole to try to get a sense of what's in there, or if I can see the rat.
Okay, so you want to see, you want to look in, like you're putting your face up to the hole with the torch.
Well, cautiously, I'm putting the torch first to illuminate, and I'm sort of looking back to see if I can see anything in the hole.
Okay, let's get a perception check as you put the torch in the hole and then look.
Pretty good.
So 15 plus perception plus 5, so 20.
All right, so with the tub, you both haul the tub out of the way. I can't move it on the map. You both haul the tub out of the way, then you sort of get down on all fours and you put the torch through the hole and then look in. And to your surprise, like after about like maybe not even a foot, like a half a foot of like stone material, it seems like the torchlight lights up like an open air room. There's a room beyond this wall.
Hey, there's a room beyond this wall, I say to Dash.
But there's no door. Is there a way to get in?
It must be a secret room. I've heard about these. There's a lot in older buildings in Grinner's Row. Keep your eyes peeled on the wall if there's something that would trigger a secret entrance. So now I'm starting to look around to see if I can find some sort of mechanism.
All right, both make investigation rolls as you circulate through the room, looking for something that might
Investigation.
open a false wall.
13.
13.
What is investigate? Oh, it's its own thing. Investigation.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to add your
13,
modifier.
13 plus 2 for me for a total of 15.
Okay.
All right. I roll 3 plus 1, so 4. Not very good.
Okay, so Flea, you look with your some self-assuredness about your capabilities in the deceiving arts, and that a false wall is part of the deceiving arts. You train your eye upon the wall, knowing you're going to find something to open up this door. And behold, in the northwest corner, behind many stacked crates, you spy, just very briefly, the glint of metal on your torch and the lever against the wall, and think, what are levers for but to open false walls? Perhaps it opens the false wall. Perhaps it does something else.
Hey, Das, there's a lever right behind there. Over there. Go pull it.
I'm gonna say there seems to be a lot of boxes in the way. Perhaps we should move them.
All right. Whatever.
All right.
I'll help you
All right, so we
move
start moving the box.
All right, can I get the athletics rolls, please? The boxes are filled and quite heavy with God knows what linens and things of that nature.
14 plus 4. I got 18.
Hey, I nudged your dice there.
All right, but they're both solid rolls. That looks like it's going to be a good one too, right?
17 plus it's athletics, you said?
Yeah.
0.
Okay, so you both move the boxes capably. A couple of, strong young men. As you move the boxes aside, the levers there, easy as pie to just touch and move if you so wish.
Okay, I step back towards the door here. I'm moving my icon, and I equip my I equip a throwing dagger, which I'm gonna, and I tell again, Das, now that the boxes are moved, flip that lever. I'll get my dagger ready.
And then I'm gonna say, I have not lived in a village for 17 years, my friend. I'm not familiar with such sort of mechanisms. Had we been in a woodland area, I would be more familiar with the things. Perhaps you should flick the lever since you spied it.
It's literally a lever. You grab it and you pull it down, and then something will happen. Just pull the lever.
Then I say, well, perhaps you should show me how it's done. Like, why am I going to take orders from you?
I will try to persuade you to pull the lever. So I can say what I'm going to say, but do we want to roll a persuasion test
Before we do this, I'm going to say, I sense some trepidation and anxiety in you, my friend. And in my experience, when you feel anxiety, you should push through it. So I walk over to the lever and I pull it.
Okay, you walk to the lever and it moves. It's a little stuck, but not enough to make you stop moving it. You kind of put a bit of strength on it, and it goes ka-tunk, ka-tunk, ka-tunk. And as you do that, there's the sound of stone scraping on stone. And the doorway opens up, and you see briefly for a second a rat in the doorway as it scurries, and then it scurries off.
Yeah. And then I say to my friend, you see, when you fear something, you should just go for it.
Can we kill the rat, please? Can we just kill the rat?
And all right, well then walk through the hole then.
So I walk through.
I've opened this. Yeah, okay, it's worked. Perfect. Yeah.
I walk through the door. It's not lighting up. I guess it's a hallway.
Well,
you should have a torch still, right?
I know.
But how did you do
it? It's light. It's a hallway. Yeah, you are lighting up. Yeah,
it's a hallway.
So you move through the hallway, just with complete disregard. How do you approach the hallway?
With complete disregard.
complete
He
disregard.
did just say, "Let's just kill this rat."
Yeah, exactly.
I-
So it just move through. Okay, so you move.
I think
through the
there's
hallway.
one rat, and I'm chasing.
The hallway
it down.
ends after 15 feet and turns to the right. But you notice this is different. Instead of the wood paneling and wood flooring, you see old stone, and there's a musty, dank smell that's a little different. It smells like a strong stench of manure, and also of maybe like fleshy bodily fluids.
Ooh. Oh, it's a gong pit.
So what?
A gong pit. It's like it's like a latrine.
Okay.
And then you see the hallway ends, and then there's a hallway to your left that you can still turn again.
So does it end in front of me? It looks like there might be more.
Yes, that ends. But then there's a turning to the left.
All right, I peek around the corner to the left before rushing around.
Okay, you peek around the corner and you see that there is a gate rather than a door. You see like bars, like a prison bars kind of door, and beyond that, the torch light doesn't really pick up too much detail, but you do see some wood and some brown material piled on the ground, and you do hear you hear the chittering of the rats increasing in anxiety.
So I turn around the corner now that I realize that there's a gate there.
Yeah.
And I say, "There's a gate." Somewhat befuddled.
Okay.
And
I follow behind you.
I walk forward right to the gate, and I put my hand on it and give it sort of like one of those shakes where you're like, "Is this thing solid?"
You give it a shake, and indeed, it's closed shut firmly.
It's closed shut pretty firmly. I don't know. Do you see the rat in there? Where does this go?
I cannot tell.
Right. It was more of a rhetorical thing. So I inspect the gate for a lock.
It does have a locking mechanism. It looks very old, but still familiar in terms of lock. In a style that you might have practiced on before as your family trade.
All right. Okay. I got this, Dash. I think I've seen this before. Cedric ran me through one of these once. Let me just see. I got a lock pick here somewhere in the thieves' tools.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get this. You just watch my back. I'm gonna pick the lock. We go in this gate. We get the rat. Sound good?
Good luck, my friend.
All right. So I start attempting to pick the lock.
Roll sleight of hand.
Oh, that's solid.
Yeah, that's gonna 17 plus sleight of hand here 5. So
right, with great facility, you take your tools and get to work on the lock. This lock is nothing compared to the practice locks that you've been drilled on as a child growing up in the Fowler family, especially with someone like the Terror as your father. And you rip through that lock in 5 seconds, just tick, 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 and the gate just clinks open, revealing what appears to be a large torture rack, and farther along in the room, a large X-shaped kind of thing with straps in it. There's a large brazier, that's not lit. That's just the embers glowing slightly in the corner. And on the right side, a large pile of manure, rat shit. You don't know what's going on, but before your mind can take it all in, the rat that you've been chasing, cornered, lunges at you. It's baring its teeth, going, ah!
Oh, not the stupid rat that I'm trying to kill.
And I think that's where we have to leave it off for this week, guys. We're at time.
Rat.
Will Tilton Flea Fowler survive a second encounter with the rat?
The ankle-biting rats?
Will we ever find out what's to do with this rack and coffin and weird sort of torture devices in this room? Find out next time on Order and Defiance.
Nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, and with that,
Well done, Bo.
that's going to conclude our session today. So I'm going to let us out with some outro music. I'll talk to you guys in a second, so you're not familiar how we do this. I'm going to bring up the music and do some stuff, so I'm going to be muting you, but I'll be back in a minute or two, all right? I want to thank everyone who came and watched. It was a lot of fun. I think as an experimental first episode, it went kind of well, and I had a good time, and once we got into the swing of things, as I knew we would, it would be a good time. So I'm going to try and get this up on an RSS feed at some point for audio listeners. And for the most part, keep checking in on my Twitch and on my YouTube. That's where we're going to have the video editions of the show for now, because that's where all y'all are subbed. All right. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Crofton. Any last words or parting words for listeners?
No, it was a good time. I feel like we're just at the tip of the iceberg. Looking forward to learning more.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's see where this goes.
Me
Can't wait
too.
for the next one.
We got a big, big world to explore, and all we did was visit
Find some rats.
A whorehouse basement.
All right. So, yep. Until next time, guys, on behalf of everyone, stay safe and may all your rolls be 20s.